Hello students, welcome at Educare. This is Bihani and today in this chemistry session we are going to see very important concept about the types of electrochemical cells. Now you know the cells, that concept is different in biology, while in chemistry that's different. Here redox reaction is used in electrochemical cell. You already know redox reaction, that is the combination of oxidation and reduction. We know only oxidation never occur, only reduction never occur. It is the simultaneous oxidation and reduction, and that combination is used in the cell that called as electrochemical cells. There are two types of redox reactions, spontaneous and non-spontaneous reaction. According to that, we have two types of cells also. Spontaneous, that is the reaction that takes place quickly once the action is performed, that is expected to take fast, reactant getting converted into product in very short time, very fast speed, that called as spontaneous reaction of its own accord, that called as spontaneous. Non-spontaneous, generally slow reactions, they are not getting of their own accord, that some external force or pressure or some agency required for those redox reactions. Then there are two types of cells that called as electrolytic cells and voltaic cells. So electrochemical cells, as I am writing here, it is classified into two types, that is called as electrolytic cells and voltaic or galvanic cells. Voltaic or galvanic, these are some scientists' name related, Volta and Galvano, and electrolytic cells. These two types of cells are there. In case of electrolytic cell, it is conversion of electric energy into chemical energy with the help of non-spontaneous redox reaction in the cell that called as electrolytic cell, and the process is known as electrolysis. So in electrolytic cell, it is conversion of electric energy into the chemical energy. Now how that get converted into chemical energy? Because I have just told it is in electrolysis used, so formation of ions or some electrolysis that occur there in case of electrolytic cell. Now in case of voltaic or galvanic cell, it is very opposite, that is conversion of chemical energy into electric energy by the use of their spontaneous redox reaction. So these both types of conversion occur in case of electrolytic cell and voltaic cell respectively. Now anode cathode concepts are very opposite in both cell. In electrolytic cell, remember, anode is positive always while cathode is negative. Students have always fixed in mind that anode is positive and cathode is negative. No doubt, it is correct. But it is only in case of electrolytic cell. Once you know there are electrochemical cell called voltaic or galvanic cell which convert chemical energy into electric energy by spontaneous redox reaction, then you should know here anode is with opposite charge, that is actually negative, and cathode has positive charge. So these electrodes, anode and cathode, they have opposite polarity in case of these two types of cell. But one thing is common, oxidation always occur at anode and reduction always occur at cathode irrespective of the types of cell. Means in electrolytic cell, oxidation at anode, in voltaic cell also oxidation at anode, and at cathode in both cell reduction occur. Now we take example of electrolytic cell. All that metal, for example sodium, that is in down cell, that is that Downs process, one more process called Kastner process. These are electrolytic processes where the electrolytic cell, the apparatus used there called as electrolytic cell, where electrolysis occurs. Then example of voltaic cell, that is Daniell cell or it is dry cell. The ordinary pencil cell that we use in quartz clocks, in remote control of the TVs and in calculator, all they are actually examples of those electrochemical cell called voltaic cell. And one more, that is rechargeable cell, very famous, that called lead accumulator, for example, that is the rechargeable battery used with inverter or in the two-wheeler, four-wheeler. That rechargeable cell is actually the combination of electrolytic and electrochemical cell. Now this was the brief idea about the electrochemical cell. Two types of cell. One thing is common in both cases, redox reaction occur. One thing is common in both cell, oxidation at anode, reduction at cathode. But two things are very opposite. In case of electrolytic cell, non-spontaneous redox reaction. Here voltaic cell, spontaneous redox reaction. And the opposite, very important thing is that anode cathode polarity, anode positive, cathode negative in electrolytic cell, anode negative, cathode positive in voltaic cell. So that is the brief about the types of electrochemical cell in this session that we have seen. Thanks.